it's Carla from Casey Creates. I hope you can hear me okay with a fan on in the background. It's brutally hot here today. It's going to be like 96, and I think they said it was going to feel like 107. But I can't complain because we really haven't had super hot temperatures until the last couple of weeks. And you know how that is, and before you know it, it'll all be gone. So you just stay in and keep the fans going, and well, the AC is on, but I like the air to move too. So I thought, because I have been packing and busy and unable to do any videos or crafting lately, I would come up with a reason to do some today and maybe have a little chat with you. We're moving into a space where I'm going to be able to keep all of my crafting a little more available, and so I want to make something that's going to make my laces more easily accessible. And there's a challenge going on that goes on every month in the YouTube crafting community, where you craft something and you just send your video to the person that's over the challenge, and then your name goes in a drawing. It's called the New Year's Challenge. And so this one is being hosted by Monique from Shabby Monique Brocante. Last month it was Mary Barrett, and she pulled Monique's name, and Monique asked us to create something with tubes, cardboard tubes, or maybe they don't have to be cardboard, but she wanted us to use tubes. And so this is really simple, so I'm really just gonna chat and try to create this in front of you, but I was thinking of a way to hang my laces. This is a more narrow tube, it's a little more sturdy, but it's not gonna work for what I have in mind. So what I thought I would do is cover the tube with decorative paper, and I'm gonna keep it kind of neutral, because you know me, I love to go over the top with flowers and bling. But for this particular one, I'm just going to use this really pretty damask print paper. Oops, I don't want to get it on there. I'll turn it over for now. And just some nice tacky Elmer's glue. I think, yeah, this is Elmer's tacky glue. And glue it to the cardboard tube. This one is not as sturdy as the other one was. I thought about covering it with this vinyl cover I have, but with moving I cannot find it to save my life. I do know where all of my scrapbook paper is though. So I just shuffled through there and found this nice piece. That's probably good enough. And then I think I'll go this way. And glue it on. So today is Sunday, and in the Christian world we use Sunday as the Sabbath, and I've been working really hard all week, so I decided for my day of rest I'm gonna craft something and come back and do a video, because I feel like I haven't really watched or chatted with you all week. And when I watch your videos, I feel like I have visited with you. So I'm going to just cut this off. I usually use Aleene's tacky glue, and this one doesn't seem to be as sticky. I also think I might have cut that a little too short. Yeah, I did. Oh well. It's not a tutorial, it's a craft with me. So don't do what I just did. But I think eventually this will stick well. And I can always patch that up. But you can see this is a really pretty, it's a really pretty print. That's kind of I don't know, what's that word, ombre, where it kind of fades into another color. I liked it. It's nice and subtle and kind of vintage looking. I'm just gonna make sure it's stuck down really well. This little gap here is gonna bother me, so I'm gonna put a little piece over it. See if I can get that to blend in. I think I can. Just kind of. So what I did was I glued it down a little bit better, and then I just pulled out, this was closest to me, for a ruler, and I've measured and marked with my oh so pretty mermaid pen that I got from Olivia. Thank you again, Olivia. And marked off 1.5 inches. So what I'm hoping to do with these is make little rings that I can use as little holders for lace. And I just have this little hacksaw, and if I can do this without cutting myself. I was thinking this serrated edge would help it cut nicely, but now I'm not so sure. I don't want to tear it up. This might be easier. The good thing is I'm going to cover the edges with flat back pearls, so I don't think a little bit of fraying on the edges is going to hurt. I don't know if I want to bend it though. Let's try it and see. Just a little snip. There we go. This is just me and my idea in my head. I haven't watched anybody's videos to see what they've done with the idea. This may have been done already for this challenge. I don't know. When I get some time, I'll jump on and try to find everybody's challenge entry videos, because I do like watching them. So let's see, there's my other 1.5 inch mark, and my goal is to just cut around as evenly as possible, as evenly and neatly as possible. That one's kind of raggedy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these, and then the best ones I will embellish, but I think I better do this off camera and take my time. So I'm cutting the 6th one here. Oops. And again, I'm not necessarily being exactly precise. I'm not sure you can. This is my little, is this a hacksaw or a jigsaw? I don't even know. But that idea would have worked well on a sturdier tube. But this one, it just kind of mutilated it and made it all frayed. So my scissors are working out better for these. And then I'm just kind of eyeballing to trim them down a little bit. And like I said, I just kind of woke up with this idea. This isn't really a really decorative, pretty project. It's more for organization. But I think it's gonna work. So if you want to just craft and chat with me while I work on it, I've got a little coffee here because I'm kind of locked away in my room. And my coffee is warm coffee on a warm day, but the fan and the air conditioner is making it quite cool in here, which is nice. So I've got how many? 6 of these. I've got one more, but that's the one that got rather mutilated, and I don't really need that. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put pearl trim, and it's this flat back pearl trim that you can cut into however wide you want each strip. And I'm just gonna do I'm going to just do one line of it. This is this glue, art glitter glue. I'm going to see how this does, if it'll come out. Hello, are you going to come out? One second. You know what? I think I'll just use my Fabrifix if it'll come out. I might need a thicker line of it anyway. I do have my glue gun ready to go, but I think my hot glue gun, it can peel off sometimes. I really don't like that. After a while, it's very plastic. So this one seems to adhere better. Oops, I'm dropping things. Okay, so I'm just gonna put glue on each side and the flat backs all the way around, and I think this will be pretty. I think it'll be nice and understated, but and as I get a little closer to finishing, you'll see kind of where I'm headed with hanging this. But I want to just have the nice neutral damask paper print and the nice simple cream colored pearls on the edge of each ring, like so. And I don't think they actually have to be precise. It might add to the shabbiness. At least that's my story. So if you can see, I now have a little cardboard ring with trim on each side, and I'm gonna go ahead and finish each one. And so I've been sitting and putzing and getting the trim on these, and I just have one more to go. Clean the goofiness off of there. There we go. This is just kind of nice to sit and craft for a minute, trying not to cause too much extra clutter for me to have to go back and clean up. But I actually haven't started transporting any of my crafting things. I'm going to do those last. But we are making significant progress with the packing. It's funny how I buy these trims and I think, oh, I'll not run through those very soon. But this ended up being one of my favorites. These little small flat back pearls. So now I'm getting to the point where I know which ones are going to be rebuys that I really use quite often. And this is one of my definite go-tos. I like this one on something that's going in the round, because when you use the full round pearls, they seem to want to roll off even with the best of glue. So the flat ones are a little more snug and secure to the surface, At least that's been my experience. So I thought I'd just share that little tip if you didn't know that. The round ones are pretty, but they don't always hold on as nicely as I would like. So I now have 6 little rings. They make little napkin rings, but I don't really use cloth napkins as a habit, maybe for special occasions. Okay, and so then the next thing I did was I painted a wooden dowel, just white, and I used gesso. It's kind of showing up cream, like it didn't cover really well, but that's okay because it actually matches really well. And my plan is to loop the rings on the dowel like so. And then you know what's funny is I just watched Monique's video on what her requirements were for the challenge, and she said to use 2 round balls or beads. I didn't even know that was going to be part of the challenge, but I know I was going to put these on the ends of my dowels. My frustration right now is my boys always rob my Gorilla Glue, and moving, they've been gluing things, and my Gorilla Glue is nowhere to be found, which would be the best glue for gluing on my beads. So for now I'm going to glue them on with hot glue, and then once I can locate my Gorilla Glue, which I know one of my boys are the culprit, I'll come back and re-glue it, because I do not think this hot glue is going to stay. Let's see. I'm going to give it a good push here for a minute. And hope it'll stay long enough for me to... I thought about wrapping a few pearls around around the stick here. I might do that. Just give it a good push. It's oozing out a little, but that's okay. I can clean it up in a minute. Oops. Yeah, they like anything that sounds like it's like superhero strength, so I have the 6,000 pounds glue that's always missing. I have my Gorilla Glue, anything that they think needs fixing. So they're excited because they're setting up their rooms, and my younger son always gets the smaller room, but he actually got what I think is the better room because he's got a huge closet. So he's planning on making that more of a man cave. I had these as an idea to put on the ends, but then I thought it would look a little more like a shower curtain. Well, this probably does too, but anyway, I like it with the pearl beads on the end. And you know, I did pull these out. I think I will put some of this around the edge. That might help secure it a little bit more. And the loops can go on and off whether the beads are on the end or not. So we'll just put a little bit of my... You know, I'm having trouble finding Fabri-Tac. I can find Fabri-Fix, which I'm not sure if it's a lesser quality or not, because it costs less than Fabri-Tac. But like my Hobby Lobby, I can't find Fabri-Tac anywhere. I'm chatting and I don't know if I'm in frame, so I'm sorry. I really don't think that's holding on very well either. Let's put a little dot of hot glue and see if that helps. I think that'll help. So Fabri-Fix, it's literally like $3 or $4 cheaper than Fabri-Tac. The one thing though is Fabrifix and Fabri-Tac will take the sheen off of your faux pearls. That's another consideration. Let's see if we can get that on quickly so it will adhere. There we go. And stick that on. So this was just a real straightforward, simple little project. I think I like how it's turned out. And what I'm going to do is put cup hooks, and then I can just hang each dowel. Oops, that one's coming apart. So I was afraid of. I need my Gorilla Glue. I will go hunt down my Gorilla Glue. So I have several dowels. I have several of these huge pearls that I wasn't sure what I would do with them. Now I know. And don't you think that'd be cool to just like have these hanging? And I have some, I think, some laces here. And maybe I can give you an idea of what I was going to do with them. So one thing I did was I had all of these wooden dowels in a flat Rubbermaid container, and then all my spools were lined up on them so that you could just pull the spool and they would roll. But these I thought would be fun to have just hanging on a rack where I can have all of them visible. Let's see, this is one of those beautiful trims that Edwina Kench gifted me. But the plan then would be to just loop the entire length, or maybe if it's hanging too long I could double it. But I would just put my trims, this one has a bit of a knot, let me take that out, through the rings. I'm sure you can imagine, but I'll show you anyway. So my goal is to loop them through each ring like this, and then they will hang, and I'll be able to see all my trims and just go to them. And then it would also be pretty, it might look like a bunch of tassels hanging. So these are this is my challenge entry from Monique, and they are lace rings for hanging laces. Oh, let's see, can I find another lace? I'm going to go through my my box of laces now. Like here's one, I love this one. You can just hang it through. So all my laces will be visible and hanging. I might even hang them like on the back of the door. But you can embellish the rings however, you know, elaborate as you would like. I even pulled out like these little rosebuds. You could put those on. There's all kinds of ways to decorate the ring, but I think I'm going to keep mine real simple so that I can actually get all of these done, and I'll have about 3 or 4 dowels with my laces, and I might just load the laces that I'm using at the moment so that I can see, you know, pull out the ones I want for specific projects. But I think that'd be really pretty, decorative, or not. You can just keep them even more simple. But there's my entry, Monique, and thanks for chatting and visiting with me, everyone. I hope you're doing well and staying healthy and safe and finding time to craft. I have to get back to my business of packing, but I'm happy I got my little idea out of the way. It needs a little tweaking, and I can work on that. But for now, I better let you go. I hope you are well. Take care, everyone. I'll see you again soon. Bye.